You gotta listen up, listen up.
What's up guys, how you doing today? Welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Today I want to tell you about Alberta Immigration Nominee Program. Now I've been requested on my previous videos, people are asking, tell me about something about the nominee program, the provincial programs in Canada. So this is it guys. This video is how you can get immigration done, permanent residence, through province of Alberta, through provincial government instead of express entry, federal government. The reason I chose Alberta is that I applied here myself, so I know the process, I know how you do it, and I want to share with you guys. I think it's going to be helpful for you. You have to know that Alberta Immigration Program, AINP, is not a work permit extension program, and you cannot apply for it if you are not in Alberta. It basically is that you are living and working in Alberta and you want to stay here. With the condition that you want to stay and live in Alberta, Alberta government is supporting you for your permanent residence. So Alberta government nominates you to apply for permanent residence in Canada. In order for that, you have to be in Alberta and you have to maintain your work permit. You have to be in one of those eligible occupations in order for you to apply for AINP. I will leave a link for the entire information right in the description of this video, everything for you guys. There is also a list of people who are not eligible under this program. So basically they are refugees and people who are not living in Alberta. You cannot apply for Alberta Nominee Program if you are not here, and you can apply if you're under the federal government and you're a refugee. You cannot do that as well for Alberta AINP program. Also the school teachers, and there is a little bit of more occupation. Again, the list is in the description below, so you can read in more detail. There are three main streams. One is strategic recruitment, the second one is employer-driven stream, and third one is the farmer, self-employed farmer stream. I must say that my favorite stream is strategic recruitment because you can apply your documents by yourself. You don't need your employer to sign anything for you. The condition is, of course, you have to be employed and you have to have a valid work permit, and you have to fall under one of those categories. Let's start with my favorite category is international student. If you studied in Alberta, graduated from post-secondary education in Alberta, and now you're working in one of those occupations that is on the list for immigration, you can basically get your own documents. Of course, the institution has to be recognized, but you just get your documents, you're working full-time in one of those occupations, and you submit those documents to the Alberta Nominee Program, to the government, and this is how you do it. You don't need your employer to sign anything for you saying that, oh, I want to sponsor this person for immigration. The second one is engineering occupation. So if you are in Canada on your work permit and you're in one of those engineering occupations that are eligible for immigration, the list is in the link that I'm leaving you under the video, so you can check it out. So you're working as an engineer that is qualified in one of those in the list, and you have a valid work permit, you can apply your documents by yourself through strategic recruitment. And the next option is compulsory or optional trades. Basically, if you are a tradesperson, I would say construction person, certified tradesman in Alberta, and you have that certification that is recognized by Alberta government, you can apply with using your documents on your own. Finally, the second biggest stream is for skilled workers, semi-skilled workers, and international student graduates. Alright guys, I'm going to be talking and walking with you now. Let's talk a little bit about employer-driven stream for international students. So if you are like me, when I studied in Ontario, I came to Alberta. I cannot go through strategic recruitment stream just because I graduated from institution not in Alberta, but I can go through employer-driven stream. And what it means is basically my employer, if I'm in the list of those occupations, an OC list, and my employer supports me for immigration, so basically I have to submit my documents with my employer together, and this way you can get your immigration done. That's how I filed with my employer, but I actually did my immigration through express entry because the processing time for that time, how much it takes to get your nominee, was like 2 years, and I couldn't wait for that anymore. I was fed up. I wanted to get some freedom, because while you're there, while you're in the line, you shouldn't lose your job. You shouldn't leave your workplace because the application can be taken down, and I didn't like that, and that's why I applied through federal government, because I want to get it faster, and I didn't want to waste time. I didn't want to live in fear that one day I'm going to get fired or something and I'm going to lose my immigration process, Look at this tunnel. There is a light in the end of the tunnel. It means you're going to get your immigration done. No worries, guys. If you are a daredevil and you're planning to come to Canada, don't worry, guys. If you're determined enough, you can do it. So what I want to tell you guys is that there is employer-driven stream. There are 3 categories, right? As I told you, international student, and then there is a skilled worker and semi-skilled worker that are almost the same. Basically, is if you are in category of skilled worker or semi-skilled worker, according to the NOC list, your employer can sponsor your immigration. So you fill out the package with your employer and you apply for being nominated by Alberta government. And finally, there is a huge stream that is for farmers. That processing times are unknown because it's direct work with agricultural committee in Alberta, and those institutions work together. Basically what it means is if you have experience in farming, you have enough money to buy an established farm in Alberta, you can get yourself nominated by Alberta government to become a permanent resident. This is how it works. If you basically you have to be, simply said, you have to be in one of those list of occupations for your immigration, and you have to fall under one of those streams. One of them is skilled worker, the other one is semi-skilled worker, and international student. So if you're one of those, then that's how you do it. Of course, you have to be on your work permit. Of course, you have to be in Alberta, and of course, you have to promise, basically by signing this document, you have to promise Alberta that you want to settle down here and live in this province. That's what it is. But in reality, what I want to tell you guys, you do that, but don't think that you are like you're supposed to stay here only. Once you're done with your immigration, once you get your permanent residence, you know, once you get everything done, you're not obligated to stay here, because as being Canadian, you are not, like, no one can force you just to stay in Alberta with this program. Once you're done with your immigration, if you by any chance at one point of your life decide to go to Ontario or BC or something like that, I know it's not fair because Alberta sponsored you, but you're not a slave in this country. You're doing your immigration, and this country has great human rights. You eventually can move to another province after you got your permanent residence and this kind of good things. So basically, remember this: 3 main streams. Strategic recruitment, where you apply on your own. You're in Canada, international graduate, you are a construction person or engineer. Strategic recruitment on your own. Employer-driven stream. Employer has to sign documents for you. Employer files a package for you. Basically, with the employer's help, if you are in one of those occupations, you can do it on your own. Or if you are an international student and you didn't study in Alberta, same thing, employer-driven stream. Your employer helps you out, sends the documents for you, gets you sponsored, you do it. And third option, of course, if you're a rich guy who has farming experience and planning to spend lots of money to buy a farm and start farming here, that's another category. But I want to remind you guys one important thing: statistics. It is 5,700 AINP nominees this year. So basically, only 5,700 nominees are allocated by federal government, as far as I understand, for this province in this year. So only 5,700 people are going to get nominated by the province this year. If you are over that limit, then you'd have to wait until next year, and the processing times take longer. So that's how it works, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and yeah, thank you for asking me this question in my previous video that I uploaded just today in the morning when I'm recording this video. Igor, can you make something about nominee program? So here you go, guys. Make sure you comment so I can create more videos, and if you're new to this channel, subscribe to this channel, and we will see you in next video. Have a good one, guys.